Joining us now, Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville. Senator, good to see you today. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's talk about the news of the day that just happened here. President Trump being able to start facilitating Palestinians, the children with cancer. Let's start there, going into Jordan. What's going on behind the scenes? And then talk about his plans for the Gaza Strip. Where do you think that goes?
Well, first of all, you got to understand President Trump is not just a deal maker, he's a peacemaker. He believes in peace. He's got his hands full. The Biden administration left this, not just our country in a mess, but the whole world in a mess. If we're going to get a solution to this problem, it's got to be involved with King Abdullah of Jordan and General Sisi of Egypt. They have to have skin in the game. President Trump has got the king there today. He'll probably have General Sisi here soon. But again, they, up until 1967, were really involved with the Palestinians on the West Bank and in Gaza. So President Trump knows the combination here. He just got to put it all together. But there has to be more people than the United States of America involved in peace in the Middle East to get this done. It can't just happen with us. It's got to be other leaders across the country to come together, because this is an absolute mess in Gaza.
Senator, I want to switch gears a little bit here. We knew that you are very much behind President Trump's efforts on getting rid of DEI, and you introduced a bill codifying Trump's DEI executive order into law. Tell us more about that and why it's important.
Well, we got to quit dividing the country. No matter what it's in, whether it's education, military, business, anything that had happened in our country in the last 4 years, the Democrats just want to pretty much divide the country into believing in the country or not believing in the country we live in now. So it's so important that we get rid of DEI. It's so important that we draw the line on what our kids are taught, what our military is taught, how they're trained. Anything to do with any kind of organization in our country has to be brought back to America first, believe in our country, believe in the Constitution, come together. I don't care who you are, black, white, red, green, it doesn't make any difference. The Democrats want to divide us, but Donald Trump wants to bring us all back together, and that's the reason we've got to get rid of this nonsense of social justice, DEI, critical race theory, anything that has to do with division.
Well, Senator, obviously you're a coach just as well. You would know about bringing people together.
That's right. That's right.
In a group full of different people here. We want to get to this. Last night, Tulsi Gabbard, she cleared a key procedural hurdle on her way to becoming the Director of National Intelligence. The Senate moved to advance her nomination by a vote, 52-46. Where do you stand on this? We could get a vote this evening.
Yeah, we'll get it a vote. Right now it's scheduled at 12:30 in the morning. The Democrats, they want to run out the clock. They want to take the full 30 hours. As I just looked outside, and as y'all probably noticed, it's snowing here in Washington, D.C., and it's probably going to snow for several hours. I would not be surprised if the Democrats don't say, hey, let's move this vote up so we can all get home safely. That's what they should do anyway. And then what we'll do is we'll open up a vote, cloture vote on Robert Kennedy right after that. We'll get the clock starting on him. Hopefully we'll have Tulsi and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Confirmed by this time tomorrow.
Wow. Also, that big news. We're going to be watching for that one, of course, Senator. Also want to get to this later this week. Another key Trump cabinet secretary will have her hearing. We're talking about Linda McMahon. She has been nominated to serve as the Secretary of Education. She will appear before the U.S. Senate's Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee. Tied into what you mentioned earlier, critical race theory, of course, President Trump and also DOJ looking to clean up or maybe even eliminate the Department of Education.
Well, Linda McMahon, number one, she believes a parent should be in charge of their kids' education along with teachers in the schools. But parents first, along with the kids. The Democrats wanted to totally take that away from parents. It really got them in trouble with a lot of voters out there. But Linda McMahon was a school board member. She understands education. She's big on higher ed, plus K through 12. All of it needs to be revamped. She also does not believe, which I myself, but I taught in it for many, many years in higher education, every kid does not need to go to a four-year university. We need the school choice in K through 12. We need to make sure that we get workforce development, maybe 2 years, maybe 1 year, or if you want to go to a four-year school, fine. But it is a total misrepresentation in our country that all kids need to go to a four-year school. They don't have to do that to make a great living in the greatest country on the face of the earth.
No, they certainly don't. Plenty of jobs out there. Senator Tommy Tuberville, Coach, always a pleasure to have you here on American Agenda, sir. Stop back soon.
Enjoy the snow.